Welcome back to the Bench is Clear podcast, episode 124, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I'm Tyler Coe, once again representing the Los Angeles Dodgers, who didn't win the World Series 3 months later.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that everyone was saying they're going to win it. So the 111 wins. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the 3-time World Series in the last 12 years, San Francisco Giants.
God, whatever. We took a little bit of a break.
To bring it up. Did we?
A little bit of a break. Our last episode was October 10th. I had shoulder surgery October 13th and was stuck with my arm like this for a month. Then your boy got COVID, and it's just been a whirlwind. Put on a little COVID surgery weight, but I'm getting on the wedding workout diet circuit, so everyone's going to be able to see your boy, drop some lbs, get fucking jacked. But don't think we didn't just record because the Dodgers lost in the NLDS.
It's pretty much
it didn't even hurt that bad. I was
Tyler,
so high on Percocet.
And you were like,
Yeah, I was so high on Percocet when they lost. I was like, oh, whatever. And I went back to sleep because my shoulder's all fucked up. So, I mean, in terms of playoff losses, the 19 loss to the Nationals hurt way more more than this. So, it is what it is. And the Dodgers have gotten so much better in the offseason. I'm not even worried about it. So much better. Right. I'm pretty sure I probably could have convinced you to do a couple episodes, but I had to. It was best that we took a break because I also am adopting a baby, and that happened very unexpectedly. Okay, let's not minimize my stuff. Okay, your fatherhood's one thing, but my shoulder was hurting really bad. So. Let's keep things in perspective here.
It's a really big hit to the Santa Clarita Adult League that Tyler Coe cannot pitch.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
So it's a lot bigger than a human being brought into this world. So you're 100% right.
Yes, we get it. We're happy for you, dude. Some of us have the perfect
Fucking
white picket fence family. Some of us don't, okay? We get it. Whatever. Son of a bitch.
Wedding in Hawaii. Real original.
So, anyways, yes, congratulations on becoming a dad. That's huge. We're back.
Thank you.
We're back in the saddle. We're rearing to go.
We're hitting new things everywhere, new backgrounds, new air, because we're back and ready to go and talk about this huge fucking off season, dude. It was huge because the Giants weren't going to be outbid. So they were not going to be outbid. They were going to get their guys all the time. So it turns out their guys, they were like, listen, Aaron Judge, overrated. Okay. Carlos Correa,
of course,
was a good idea until we realized he has a robotic leg. Poor little Tink is going to need to sit down and go hang out for 6 years in Minnesota. We decided to get Haniger and Conforto. But let's talk about some subtractions first, right? Obviously lost Longo. Obviously lost Rodon. Obviously it was a big hit. Unfortunately, Brandon Belt. Love the guy. More of a heartfelt missing piece with Belt because obviously he's going down the hill, but at the same time, without the shift, there's a potential to be really great, to have a really good year. So losing Belt sucks. Longo's gone. Gregory Santos, who was supposed to be a big, part of the bullpen in the future, he's gone, DFA'd for the spot. Tommy La Stella, addition by subtraction. Maybe I should have put it as the addition part. And of course, the Dodgers' new bullpen ace, Shelby Miller, is gone. If I were to the biggest hit is obviously Rodon. We'll talk about what they did to replace Rodon. I think they did, in a way, a good job. Because in a different way, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Who you fooling, bro?
I don't know. I think depth can be more important than top end in a whole season. I guess maybe they really believe in Kyle Harrison to put in that strikeout. I don't that strikeout top of the rotation. I don't know. I'm going to look at it as a positive, but those are the subtractions for your Giants. It's not that big of a hit. So, Tyler, what about your subtractions?
Not very many. Not very important ones.
Nobody important. Nope.
I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, we got gutted as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I heard everyone say Trey Turner's going to the Phillies. He wants to play on the East Coast. Yada, yada, yada. And I convinced myself that no, he's enjoyed his time in LA, and Bryce Harper, be damned, he's going to stay. It turns out I was wrong. I was dead wrong to the tune of 11 years being wrong. So he's gone.
That's crazy.
And that one hurts the most. It hurts so bad. Tyler Anderson signing with the Angels. Whatever. I mean, dude, he's not going to have anything close to what he had last year. This is not going to happen.
Right.
Whatever. Andrew Heaney, same thing. He's not going to repeat. God bless you, child.
Maybe figure something out.
But maybe if he doesn't have Mark Pryor there holding his hand, maybe he can't figure it out. Dude, Tommy Kahnle, that one hurts. Going to the Yankees. If we want to go addition by subtraction, Craig Kimbrell gone. The Phillies, idiots, bozos, don't want to go back to the World Series.
Craig Kimbrell, that's insane.
Can you believe that shit? I mean, Jesus.
That actually has to be one of the most shocking signings. I mean, the 11 years for Turner and Bogarts is very shocking, but the 10 mil for Kimbrell right now, especially going from
he had
an organization that's known for doing pitchers well, and then you're going to go to Philly with that fan box there in that division with.
Could you imagine?
There's no way.
Like what he had to say to them to be like, look, Mark Pryor ruined me. I was great. And then Mark Pryor ruined me, and I can be great again. Mm-hmm. No way that's going to happen.
Great again. Yeah, I get it.
Who else? I'm keeping the last one last for a reason. Hanser Alberto, gone. Joey Gallo, gone. Big shit. David Price, gone. Who else? Obviously, the big one, Justin Turner, gone. That one, I mean, honestly, dude, especially after seeing the money he got, I get it. And I know everyone's going to be like, but he's the heart and soul. It doesn't matter. He's getting paid like $21 million. That's absurd. And especially as what the Dodgers are trying to do with the luxury tax and whatever. Cody Bellinger, they pulled the trigger. They non-tendered him. I really didn't think they had the balls. And now that they did it, I'm pretty scared. Because, dude, if he could just hit like 260, 250, I mean, that would be such a huge improvement. That would be like, okay, that's obviously worth $17.5 million in today's game. Whatever. So it's been a little rough. A little Darren Ruff around here, if you know what I'm saying.
Darren Ruff, and all.
Trevor Bauer officially not playing for the Dodgers, which we all knew that was coming, but now we can say for sure that he's gone.
I think you're wrong, because he was like, no, totally. People were texting me, telling me, no, we love you. We're the Dodgers, and we love you.
Dude, it's chill, bro.
No, we want you to pitch. Like, we love your garage pitching, so come pitch for us, please.
We love watching you strike out high schoolers. That's really elite level stuff. The one thing I will say about it is, like, I just don't believe anything he says when he's like, oh, I sat down with, Dodgers brass the day before and they told me they wanted me to pitch. Well, then they would have fucking done it. Like, that didn't happen.
Maybe it's one of those things where the Dodgers are really bad at breaking up like with somebody and they're like, no, we're breaking up with you. And like, they're just really bad at it. And they just compliment him. And like, it's not us, it's you. We want you to pitch. And all he heard is, we want you to pitch. Like, so maybe they were like, they walked out. They're like, oh, we let him down easy. You know, like he knows that we broke up with him and he doesn't realize that he got curbed.
Well, the other thing too is
high school career.
Yeah. In terms of pitching too, Blake Trinan probably out for the season. He had the same surgery that I did, so you know, I understand.
Right.
I get it, bro.
Elite pitchers, I get it.
Nope. I mean, it's going to be a whole different team, and honestly, I mean, I know we're going to get into this later, but I'm just going to say it now. I'm here for it. I love me some young blood. I do.
Sounds really creepy.
I mean, I love young boys. In the blood of, okay?
Bathe me in the blood of young men. Jeez.
But like, I mean, this is what we got to see in 2016 and 17 with Seager and Bellinger. And I mean, dude, that shit's fun as long as it works. Right. If Miguel Rojas and James Outman and obviously not Jacob Amaya now, but Bobby Miller, like those guys come up and contribute, it's going to be fun. But get into your additions that won't matter. That'll, you know, lock up third place for the San Fran Giants.
Are you sure? Because I don't think you understand the chess Farhan is playing right now.
Okay? Oh my god!
They think
the chess
that Aaron Judge was the big pawn. We got Mitch Haniger. You know, like, oh, Carlos Correa. Fuck that. Let's do another C. Michael Conforto. And I hate to talk shit because, like, obviously we know what's going on. It's just very disappointing when, you know, this offseason they talked a bunch of shit that of like no one's going to be out of our control or our capability financially.
We will not be outspent.
Right. And here's the thing. Aaron Judge, they lost out on him. I'm not shocked. I'm disappointed. Obviously, we wanted Aaron Judge, but the Yankees had such a big leg up on it. Like if the Yankees, he was for the Yankees to lose, if that makes sense, if I'm speaking words correctly. The Giants, the Yankees would have to fumble the bag, and then the Giants would pick up the pieces. I think there was legit interest in it if the Yankees were being cheap, but the Yankees would have to be cheap, and they can't do that to someone who just broke the Yankees, single season home run record. So,
they would have killed Steinbrenner and Cashman.
Right.
They would have killed them.
And exactly. There's just no way. And it is what it is. So I'm not disappointed. I understand it. It sucks. Whatever. They gave a legit offer, whatever. The Carlos Correa thing. I'm very upset. I was very upset when the news broke because it was like, what the fuck just happened? But I think the Mets kind of saved Farhan's ass a little bit on this, where it shows they weren't being cheap. There was legit concern. They're the second team to bow out of it. My only concern is when it went to the deal that it ended up being, where the Giants even brought, like, was Scott Boras like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to go back to them. We can't go back. I don't like that narrative of going back. And, or was it a thing of the Giants like, no, I don't want to fuck with that situation because they screwed us over? Or were they like, oh, we already spent our money, we don't want to pay $33 million to Carlos Correa? And if that's the case, that's bullshit. You were supposed to not be out of anybody's capability, and you were supposed to bring a fucking star. And if you want to act like you're gonna, compete in this division, you have to fucking pay some fucking people, not, 2 years for Mitch Haniger, one maybe 2 years of Michael Conforto. And I don't want to down talk these guys because I'm really excited to see Haniger. I'm really excited to see Conforto. They're career over 800 OPS hitters, both of them, but they are also 30. There's no familiar faces coming back and forth. And there's one thing I do want to say about Correa. I know a lot of people were upset that he moved on to the Mets really quick, and the Giants didn't get a window, and the Mets got a larger window. But there's a huge difference of, hey, something's going on with the physical, and then another team saying, well, we'll give you 12 years for 315. on a way better team, and you're like, all right, fuck it, let's do that. Let's not even give them a chance. If they're not going to give us 13 years, let's fucking bounce. And then it happens a second time. Yeah, you're going to try to figure out what's going on with the Mets because you go back on the open market and you're going to get 6 years, $200 million guarantee from the Twins. So that's my only issue with Carlos Correa. But I know it's a lot, but we haven't talked about this. But so Mitch Haniger, Michael Conforto, solid additions to the lineup. There's a lot of really solid players in this lineup. There's just no middle of the order bat that's going to play every day. There's no Carlos Correa. There's no Aaron Judge. There's no Rafael Devers. There's no, I don't even know if Bogarts would be considered that. But I don't know. So that's the main concern with this team is the lineup and the infield defense, which they have not. Those are the two areas they haven't completely filled or addressed at all. The thing that's really positive, I think, is obviously they lose out on Rodon, but they add Manaea and Stripling. Stripling, very good year last year. Manaea sucked against the Dodgers, but if they know that Manaea sucked against the Dodgers last year, they have to have something going on where they're going to change something. They're known for turning guys into better pitchers. So I'm not 100% sold on he's going to be this year what he was last year. I think that something's going to happen there. So the rotation is extremely deep, not as top heavy as it was last year, but it's a lot deeper. So in that way, I think in a full season, especially when you have Kyle Harrison, hopefully coming up at some point to be high end, I think the rotation answer is solid. The bullpen answer is way higher. You got kind of addition by subtraction when you think of, Harlan Garcia, all the random guys that, made a couple appearances and, Zach Littell, all that kind of stuff. You got Luke Jackson coming off of Tommy John, but was very dominant in 2021. Taylor Rogers, who obviously was a big closer in Minnesota. So the bullpen's way better. The rotation is in a way, I would say, a wash because it's a lot more deeper. But if you're going to compete in this division, there has to be one big move, which I don't see how it can happen to get a big bat and to fix what's going on in this infield defense. So, and Blake Sobel, can the dude catch? Rule 5 guy, he has to make the roster. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen there, but I don't know. We'll see what it is. So I'm going to give it, I don't know if we're doing grades, but I'm going to do grades. Starting pitching, A. Bullpen, A. Lineup, C-. Defense in the outfield, because now they were literally the worst in baseball in the outfield defense, and now they're average. So I would give it a B. And then infield defense, give it an F because they haven't done shit. Unless they really believe in Casey Schmidt coming up, who's defensive star, but can he fucking hit? So there's that.
Who's going to be your first baseman?
Lamont Wade Jr., baby.
Oh my God.
Lamont Wade. That's what
you look so offended that I even asked.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing it's going to be a platoon situation. I'm guessing with Wade and either Davis or Flores. Same thing with the DH.
I was going to say J.D. Davis can play first base, right?
Right. With Jock and Flores. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Excuse me. Man, I wish I had you as a teacher because those grades, that was crazy. An A for starting pitching?
Yeah. They got a lot deeper. They have legit 6
A starters. For bullpen? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm saying A from where they were. I'm not saying they have the best bullpen in baseball. What I'm saying is addressing needs. They had a terrible bullpen last year. They got Luke Jackson. They got Taylor Rogers.
That is his name.
Come on. They got rid of Zach Littell. They got rid of, Harlan Garcia. I mean, there's a lot of good back end pieces, especially because the bullpen actually got better at the end of the year. So I like the bullpen right now. I'm liking it.
You're the only one. Let's talk about a team who made some real moves.
Camilo Doval. Yeah.
Dodgers go out and get themselves an elite outfielder, Jason Hayward.
That's what I'm talking
signed
about.
to a minor league contract. So that's gonna blow up in our face. I still remember when I was a kid.
No, you're missing somebody.
Or maybe I was
missing somebody. My man crush.
Hold on.
I'm really pissed about Steven Duggar.
Yeah. Cool, dude. He's going to be this year's Jake Lamb and play fucking 6 games to get flipped at the deadline for a player to be named later in cash. $15,000 in cash. Anyways, I remember watching Jason Hayward's major league debut and here, I think I've said this on the show before because it still just floors me. Hearing all the comparisons, the next Ken Griffey Jr. The next Ken Griffey Jr. Yes. So basically, the Dodgers have Ken Griffey Jr. on the field, so that's great. That's a great signing.
Right.
Steven Duggar, really, really sick. Bradley Zimmer, yay. Shelby Miller, woohoo. JD Martinez, which is a real signing, which I'm pretty happy about. Dude, it's crazy. Like I said, Justin Turner going to the Red Sox, that was absurd money. So I don't fault the Dodgers for not re-signing him at all. When you're paying JD Martinez half of that, and you're probably going to get better offensive production, or comparable at the very least, and you're spending half the money. So I think that was a great signing. And
I'm really glad that
my favorite signing was
money. I really hope that keeps you awake at night when you're spending $30 on a beer. They save that money.
Bro, when I buy my Shohei Ohtani jersey a year from today, I'll be so stoked. When I buy that authentic $350 Shohei Ohtani jersey, it'll be worth it. Anyways,
I can probably
get
you a
best signing of the offseason.
A Bauer one for on the low. I saw off the back of the truck.
No one wants that. Dude, Noah Syndergaard, I love it. I love that signing. For an organization who can turn pitchers around, getting the potential of Noah Syndergaard getting back to what he was, it's money. $14 million bucks, dude. That's nothing. So I think that's a big move. But if I'm gonna give him grades, starting pitching, C. Okay. There's no depth. Cool. If their plan is to somehow get Shelby Miller in the rotation, who's pitched like 4 innings in the last 4 years, forget it.
Right.
Bullpen, D. And the only reason they're not getting an F is because Craig Kimbrell became a free agent, so at least we got rid of that.
Subtraction. Right.
And then lineup.
Who's closing games in LA?
I don't know. It's going to have to be Evan Phillips, I guess. Here's the thing. Okay, and I don't want to get into this, but I've seen reports, people love to talk. Like
Chapman,
Dodgers
baby.
had a 2-year offer to Aroldis Chapman. How in the fuck can you release Trevor Bauer and then that same day, Dodgers have a 2-year offer to Aroldis Chapman? Are you out of your fucking minds?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. You can't. You could. People have forgotten about it probably, and there's, it's fine. But I mean, dude, that's a bad move. Bad idea. Evan Phillips is going to have to be the closer, which Evan Phillips is awesome. But then that leaves no one else. Oh, actually, no, we did sign Dylan Floro back with the squad, which I like.
Right.
But that's not huge. Big time. Lineup, a C. Maybe a D. I mean, you lose JT, you lose Belly. Do you lose Trey Turner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. How could I forget as of just hours ago, the Dodgers traded their number 15 prospect for Miguel Rojas. And then what do I see right before we start recording? He needs another elbow surgery. It's going to be great. He's going to be fine in time for spring training.
He's going to get that Rowan Gardner elbow thing happening, and he's going to become a pitcher, and he's going to be the next show.
Dude, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are the Dodgers doing?
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't understand it.
Like I feel like every offseason it's like, fuck, dude, please just don't give Freddie Freeman. Fucking please just don't give Freddie Freeman. Fucking just please don't get Manny Machado. Fucking Manny Machado. Like, I feel like everyone that I'm hoping that the Dodgers don't get, it just always fucking happens. And all of a sudden they're just not doing shit. Like, I get the Dodgers are the Dodgers and they have a lot of prospects. Ryan Pepio is legit. Bobby Miller is legit. They have Vargas who's legit. They have Outman who's legit. Like, I get it, and you got to see what they are, see where you're going to go from here. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like they could trade one or two of those guys and get Brian Reynolds. They could get somebody. I'm just shocked because the Dodgers haven't done it. That's
Miguel Rojas
fucking thing. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Besides the lineup, and I don't know if this is just me just being clouded by my crazy optimism for the Giants and my just wanting the Dodgers to be this bad, but like, I'd take the Giants bullpen over the Dodgers bullpen. I would maybe take the starting pitching too.
Yeah. Okay, relax.
Logan Webb.
Relax.
Fucking Alex Cobb.
Logan Webb.
Fucking who you got? You got Urias. Congratulations. He's very good. He's the best pitcher out
Clayton
of
Kershaw.
These two teams. Clayton Kershaw was going to pitch in fucking 15 games this year.
Dustin May coming back, baby.
Dustin May off Tommy John
Tony
surgery,
Gonsolin
didn't look that good last
Thor.
year. Tony
and then
Gonsolin,
Bobby
who
Miller in the
5
mix.
games a year.
And then Shohei Ohtani next year.
Yeah. Better than there's no way. The Giants rotation's way deeper. I picked the Giants rotation. I picked the Giants bullpen.
Okay, we'll see who wins more games at the end of the season.
The Dodgers lineup is miles ahead of the Giants lineup. So
there you go.
That could carry him. But I would take a bet on the rotation and or bullpen if you want to do a bet. You little crybaby bitch. Like,
okay,
let's fucking line it up.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Dodgers bullpen still will be all right, dude. We got Alex Vesia, we got my boy Phil Bigford, which, despite all the shit I've talked about him, I still got love for Philly, okay? I still love him.
Giants legend.
Blake Trinan could come back in October, possibly, pitch a couple games. So, I'm not too worried. Dude, the biggest...
Getting me on the campaign trail.
Tommy Kahnle going to the Yankees again, going back to the Yankees. I was pretty bummed about that. Because you signed Tommy Kahnle and you weren't going to get him for a whole year because he was recovering from Tommy John. Then he comes back. He pitches pretty well, goes on the IL for months, and then pitches pretty well again. So it's like we only got to see Tommy Kahnle in like 20 games over a 2-year span. And I was really thinking he was going to be a big part of the bullpen, and he just wasn't. So, dude, like I said, it's a new looking squad, but the Rojas trade just threw me for a loop because it's like every fucking year you have half of the Dodger fandom being like, you need to ship Gavin Lux off to I don't care where, somewhere, get a starting pitcher. Then you have other people that are like, no, he just needs to play an entire year, stick him at shortstop, his actual position, see what happens. And then you get Miguel Rojas. What's the plan? Are you going to platoon him?
Yeah, I think maybe there's you're going to have to let him take Rojas's job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just have it. I guess that would be the but you also have a backup. I don't know. That's what I think it might be.
But then it begs the question of what's the infield going to look like? Who's going to be your everyday second baseman? Is it going to be Max Muncy? Because I don't think he should be your everyday third baseman. Because that's Miguel Vargas's true position. And he's not an outfielder. And we know Gavin Lux isn't an outfielder either. Yeah, but so is JD Martinez. JD Martinez is going to be your guy.
No. They're going to mix and match.
Then you have Chris Taylor, and people are like, well, you start Chris Taylor in left and Trace Thompson in center field. And I'm like, I don't know if I trust Trace Thompson for an entire season. Right. I mean, things might be a little bit rougher than we're thinking, but
I think so too.
Young blood, it's got to happen.
I think the Dodgers have gotten substantially worse than last year. I think the Giants have gotten better than last year, but the question is how much better? I mean, if all the
here's the thing.
pan out, then you're
going to hate this.
They're going to be like 90 games if everything pans out great. Mitch Haniger plays 150 games and hits 30 home runs. Michael Conforto plays 140 games and hits 25 home runs. And if all these things work out,
and Trace Thompson hits 74 home runs. Yeah, right. Whatever.
Fuck you. Like if everything works out great, you're looking at 90. A 90 win team, but you're lucky if one or two of those things happens. And and your depth carries you through, and hopefully that gets you to 88 to get you in the playoffs. I don't know. It's without a big move, it's a failure of an offseason.
I'm gonna go on the record here. And speak for all of Dodgers Nation. Dude, no one's worried about the Giants. Okay, you know who we're worried about? We're worried about the Padres. Legitimately.
No.
Dude, you can't deny it. Like little brother had a growth spurt over the summer and is 6'6", 260, and is fucking jacked right now. That's what little brother looks like. Well, it's not cool.
I don't know. I feel like their pitching is going to take a step back, but their lineup is just so fucking deep. I mean, Xander Bogaerts is going to be a problem in 6 years when he has another freaking 4 years on his deal and he's just kill himself over there. But he's going to be fine for next year, the year after. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, look at the Phillies. This is what people were saying about the Phillies last season, where they have no defense. Now the pitching's not really there, but they can hit.
Yeah.
And I mean the Padres infield's going to be outstanding.
Yeah.
Outfield might be a little sus.
Not to mention Tatis is coming back. Yeah, I don't.
And they just signed Nelson Cruz today, which I'm kind of whatever. But
yeah, no.
But dude, him and Matt.
But then
Carpenter,
again, that lineup with all that protection. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, and him and Carpenter getting to take days off and just kind of get slotted in there when they have good matchups. I mean,
yeah, they already took down the
Padres. Are going for it.
On paper, the Padres look better than the Dodgers. I just wonder.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like they're the back end of the rotation is shot, and they have no depth because they traded a lot of their farm that was ready to go for Soto. You know what I mean? Like the Mackenzie Gore's gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's no depth there. So that could be a huge problem. But at the same time, when you have that lineup and they're scoring 7 runs a game, who fucking cares? But I don't know. There's a lot has to happen. Their lineup is one of, if not the best in the league. But when it comes to the pitching side of the ball, after Josh Hader, it's like, I mean, they're not really that deep there either. And there's a lot of guys that are gone, but they signed their guy who was hot in the postseason, and he's probably going to be their 8th guy. But I don't know. You don't see Blake Snell going into the 7th inning. You don't see Yu Darvish, being 30, he's probably what, like 48 now. You don't see him going super deep into games either. Like, I don't know, man. I get it, but at the same time, I can also, the thing is I could see the Padres winning 110 games next year, but I can also see them having key injuries to the rotation and them winning freaking 85 games. I think that's possible. I mean, I'd feel like that lineup is so deep that it's they're gonna win a lot of games, but they're just, I keep saying the same fucking thing, and I get it, but I don't know, that pitching staff would worry me if I was a Padre fan.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm hoping the Padres do their thing and they are the Padres. But
Exactly.
I mean, they beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. They beat them pretty handedly. So
they use
that
their
narrative
luck
might
that
be
day,
over.
So that's it. They're done. And oh my gosh, we're so much worse with Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman in the lineup. I fucking hate you, dude. Oh no, Will Smith is our catcher. Every single time we have a prospect call up, they freaking hit like 25 home runs and fucking hit 300. Like, go fuck yourself.
Exactly. So why do you go trade for Miguel Rojas? It makes no fucking sense. Makes zero sense.
It does. I mean,
0 cents.
If you're going to have those guys play and you have Miguel Rojas to either step in if they need some seasoning in the minors, if they need some, someone to lead them. Miguel Rojas is actually, if you think about it, good. But I think Miguel Rojas tells me that they're like, Lux, you got it. Vargas, you got it. Like, you're our guys. But
the only thing that I think makes sense is
shit goes down.
Justin Turner was the clubhouse heart and soul of this team. Miguel Rojas can be a clubhouse heart and soul guy.
Right.
So there's that, but I don't know.
It's
whatever.
Weird to say, but it's Mookie
I'm over
Betts
it.
and Freddie Freeman's team. And Kershaw.
Well, duh. But I'm saying from a veteran, right. I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is
you're a bitch and I hate
fuck
you.
Craig Kimbrell. I never have to see him in a Dodger uniform ever again. And I'm so goddamn happy. If you can make one more move, realistically, like you can't say go trade for Shohei Ohtani because we know the Giants could never do that.
No.
Whereas the Dodgers could.
Right.
So you can't have that. What would you do true. Either if you could sneak one in before the season starts, or if we're already thinking trade way too early trade deadline?
Right. My only problem is the whole reality thing. that part is hard for me because the thing the Giants need to be competitive this year is a very good bat in the infield who has good defense. Like someone like, I don't know if you know who he is. I don't know when he's a free agent next, but Carlos Correa would be a really good fucking piece.
2028, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of talks about like guys like Joey Wendell. There's even talks about Miguel Rojas because you at least need some defense back there to because Brandon Crawford's not going to play 150 games this year. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know, dude. Lack of belief in what's going on and just wanting some defense. I would probably say a Joey Wendell is what's going to happen if they do make another move like that. Or, people are talking about Gary Sanchez, maybe. He turns the corner. He hits 30 this year. I don't fucking know. I would go with Joey Wendell.
I don't think the Gary Sanchez signing would be horrible. First of all, I think you could get him very cheap. And as far as I know, who the hell is your backup catcher?
Oh, backup catcher. Right now, the only is the guy that got in the Rule 5, which is Blake Sobel. He is played he was caught, what was it, like 5 times last year in AAA. So he's more of like a third catcher guy. I don't see them having him be a full-time backup. But
dude, Gary Sanchez is going to cost you $10 million.
Yeah, I could see the Gary Sanchez thing. That makes sense, but they need some infield defense. If they don't have strikeout guys. They have Stripling and Manaea. Like, they have to catch the fucking ground balls that they throw. They have Cobb, Webb, guys who get ground balls. They need someone to catch the fucking ground ball. Maybe they believe in Casey Schmidt more than the world does. I don't know, because Casey Schmidt is a very good defensive third baseman, good defensive shortstop. He's supposed to have power, but I think he still needs more time in AAA from what people are saying. So I don't understand how you're going to rely on him right now. Third baseman's either Wilmer Flores, David VR, or Casey Schmidt. So, I mean, who knows? David VR might fuck around and hit 25. He has a lot of power, but
or fuck around and get DFA'd before July. One of the two. One of the two. Dodgers. What about you, dude? I mean, the Brian Reynolds trade that we've heard, rumblings about, dude, that's what they need. They need an outfielder who can hit and who can play center field. And I'm sure Jacob Amaya could have been in part of the package, but instead we got Miguel fucking Rojas. So it's not going to happen. Deal's dead. I mean, from what I hear, Pittsburgh wanted like something probably insane, like a Bobby Miller along with like an Outman, maybe even a Gavin Stone. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Julio Arias and a Gavin Lux,
Yeah, why don't dude just trade Gavin Lux for him straight up? Like, I mean, that seems fair.
Yeah, do the same thing. Fuck it.
Yeah. So that's mine. It's not gonna happen. So,
and before we wrap up, one thing I feel like both these teams. I mean, obviously the Dodgers have stars. They're gonna need like an underrated MVP or a unseen star to make this year a success. So, who is your unforeseen MVP for the Dodgers, Tyler?
I don't know if this is a cop-out answer, but hear me
out.
Don't
say Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts. That's not underrated.
Okay, listen, fucko. I was going to say Chris Taylor.
Okay.
Because Chris Taylor had a down year last year.
Yeah.
And if he can get back to what it was in 2021, the Dodgers are going to have a fighting chance. So I'm hoping it's Chris Taylor because we need him because he's going to be an everyday player for the foreseeable future. So I'm going to go with Chris Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I talked about this guy already a little bit, and I'm going to pick him because you're fucking disrespect. I wanted to say someone like Kyle Harrison because I feel like I just want to have so much confidence in him that he's just going to come up and be the shit, and he'll be our 1-2 punch when it comes with Webb and Harrison. And I wanted to give it to him, but the fact that you disrespected my guy David VR is fucking
here
trash.
We go, dude. Typical
this
you.
Dude hit 25 home runs last year between AAA and the majors, and he started to get into his fucking groove. He hits everywhere he fucking goes. So don't disrespect David VR, you motherfucking, your little hair in the face trying to be like whatever. Okay, just listen to me.
What?
All right. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. David VR, he's gonna do the fire hose. I don't know if it's positive or negative, whatever. David VR is the shit.
He's going to be Darren Ruffin all over the field, okay? We know that.
David VR, and I want to give it to Casey Schmidt. Those are the three guys. I'm giving you three. Oh, you're only
have three?
One? Fuck you, Tyler. Kyle Harrison, Casey Schmidt, David VR. Let's fucking go.
Bobby
Giants,
Miller,
2022
James Outman,
West Division champ.
Chris Taylor.
2023.
And not Jacob Amaya because he plays for the fucking Miami Marlins now. Fucking unbelievable. So stupid. God, dude, this is just typical you. Typical.
It is.
David VR. I can see it. I can already see it. Come August, dude. Why did we need Carlos Correa? We have David VR. They're basically the same player.
That's actually a really good point. I'm really glad that you picked that up. No, I get it. All right, I'm just I'm an optimist person. Like I'm a very what's the best
Optimus
case
Prime?
I am Optimus Prime. I'm Amazon Optimus Prime, and when it comes to the Giants, I'm very optimistic every single year, even when they have a really shitty roster. But I don't think they have a really shitty roster right now. I'm just saying, even when they have a shitty roster, I get like, well, maybe if they do this and this person, whatever. So I get it. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing to have in baseball podcasting because a lot of it's guessing and you're, whatever. I choose to be optimistic, but that's just the person I am. I'd rather be like me, all right, than just you be mad all the time. Oh, we only have Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman and fucking Will Smith.
Yeah, well, I've said it a million times before. You know what kind of people are happy? Idiots. Okay? So you're an idiot. Real quick before we sign off the show, big ups to our boy Jay Jackson signing north of the border with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Reunion with Kevin Gausman and Brandon Belt.
Yeah, so big ups to him. Don't have to worry about him pitching against the Dodgers except for 3 games during the regular season and maybe in the World Series.
And I just want to say one quick, I love Jay Jackson, but I also want to say one quick thank you to Brandon Belt, because obviously he listens. God. He was like, I got to make sure that they talk about me. Brandon Belt was a huge giant.
Captain, my captain.
Okay.
Dead Post Society, you don't even get it, bro. You don't even understand. I've never seen that movie. Robin Williams, come on, dude.
I've seen the film. It's a terrible film. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not. Anyways, Brandon Belt, great guy. His big home run in the NLDS against the Nationals. I was on my honeymoon at a Chili's. Weird enough. My wife and I were watching playoff baseball, watched the Dodger game and the Giant game. They literally, right before Chili's closed, he hit that home run, so I was able to watch it. Good times. Love Brandon Belt. And fuck Aubrey Huff for trying to talk shit about Brandon Belt. Okay? Talking about, your daughter can hit this, then he can make 9 minutes. Like, bitch, you got hurt jumping a dugout railing. Like, you are such a fucking bitch. Like, just because you took your job, well, maybe if you were more of an alpha male, you would fucking keep your job.
Dude, Elon Musk just needs to die. If it weren't for Elon, I thought Aubrey Huff was dead. Him not having a Twitter, it was great. But you know what? He's very much alive, and life isn't perfect, and that's fine. But what is perfect is we're back, baby.
That is perfect.
We're back. Maybe once a week. I don't know.
We're back thanks to Starlink internet provided by Elon Musk.
No more surgeries. No more COVID. No more fatherhood getting in the way. We're back.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We're here to make that bread, make that money, baby. And help us make that money by going to Renovation Candle Company.
Do that.
Find some candles. There's leftover holiday shit. And there's new shit coming out now that I can start working again.
I gotta say, that's my favorite candle. Holiday shit. Oh, it smells so good.
It smells like berries and pine.
A lot of chestnuts and French toast dipped in shit. Right.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. But we're back. We're gonna be back once a week, at least when spring training starts.
All right, we'll be back once a week, period. We're here. We're here to stay. Back. That's what I'm talking about.
We ain't never going away, baby.
Until someone else has a surgery or someone else has
a child.
Kid.
Yeah.
Until then, thank you guys so much for rocking with us and listening. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform as well as YouTube. Follow us on your socials. Now they're down over here, or actually, I think they're under you. So you're gonna have to. There you go. They're all right there. Twitter, Benches Cleared P. Instagram, Benches Cleared Podcast, and TikTok, Benches Cleared. Thank you, and we will see you guys next week. Where hopefully there's more news, or we'll maybe have someone on. Who knows? Just come hang out with us.